What's up, YouTube? It's your boy G-Mack here. I'm here to talk about MaschineR by Retouch Control. It's an application that lets you use your machine hardware, this guy, to control devices and functions in Reason. And it's a pretty cool program. It currently costs $36. Whether or not it's worth it to you will depend on what you're using it for and what you already have. And of course, how much money you have. To me, I wanted something that I could use the automation knobs, like the knobs on the controller, to control automation on mixer channels and stuff like that. So it does do that, so I'm happy with the purchase. And I'll do a second video that talks about, some of all the features that it can do, and then you can decide whether or not it's worth it for you. But this video is about how to install it and getting it up and running on your computer. So the first thing you're going to do is go to their website. It's retouchcontrol.com/MaschineR, and you're going to buy it. They'll email you the download files. You download those and install those, and then you're also going to want to go to the installation tab on their website and download the Getting Started guide. That'll tell you almost everything you need to know to get it up and running. However, there was a trick I had to contact their customer service about, and I'll let you know what that was. And it was pretty tricky, but I'll tell you that. And okay, once you have that, those instructions, we can pull those up. They'll tell you that if you're on a Windows, you're going to need to download a second application, and that is called Loop MIDI. So you Google Loop MIDI, you'll find this website, Tobias Eriksson. He's the developer, I guess. And I know it's a very shady website, but just trust me, it's not a virus, it'll work. You download that, and then you open that program, and it looks like this, and you're going to need to add 2 new MIDI ports, and this is in the instructions, but one is from MaschineR MK3, and then the other is to MaschineR MK3. So you type the name and hit this plus sign. That's how you do that. Added these 2 ports. Once you have that up and running, you're going to open the actual MaschineR software. It's the .exe file, if you're wondering. I made a shortcut for it. So it looks like this. Make sure the top 2 ports look like that, but then you change the remote MIDI ports on the bottom. This one to from, and then this one to MaschineR MK3. And those are the 2 ports you just made here. Alright. Have that up and running. Then you go to Controller Editor. And this came with your machine. This should look familiar to you. Okay, and here's the trick that I mentioned isn't in the instructions. Hopefully you can see this. I'm on the templates page on the machine controller. It just says template knob page, or pad page. Alright, here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to hold the shift button on the controller. And then this 5th knob, it'll say values above it. You want to switch that to bars, okay? I'm still holding shift. I switch that to bars, and then I'm hitting the 6th button that says knobs, alright? Then I let go of shift after that. You'll see that the display changed, okay? That's what we want. Then we're going to load a template. Oops. Oh, let me make sure. Yeah, okay, I took that off. Alright, then you load a template. It's the NCM3 file. Alright, open that. Alright, and then you should be set up here. Then you're ready to open Reason. Okay, you're in Reason. You go to Edit, Preferences. You go to Control Surfaces, okay? You're going to need to add 3 control surfaces. Hit this Add button. Manufacturer, Retouch Control. MK3 transport first. Change the import to from MaschineR MK3, and then outport to MaschineR MK3. Do that. Make that one the master keyboard. And you're adding 2 more. Devices. Same thing with the ports, from to. And then the mixer. Same thing with the ports. Alright, so now you have 3 devices set up in your control surfaces. The transport is the master keyboard. Okay, You're also going to want to uncheck any other MIDI controllers you have, especially, if you were using your machine as like a regular MIDI controller. Uncheck those. It actually lets me still use my keyboard, but you're going to just want to uncheck them just in case, just to make sure it works. Alright, you have that set up. There's one last step. You go to the rack, you go up top to the master section, right click, lock Retouch Control MK3 mixer to this device. Mine's already checked, so that's what you want it to look like with the check next to it. Alright, and now you should be good to go. So at this point you want to test to make sure it does work. You can do that by using these pad group buttons. A takes you to the sequencer, B takes you to the mixer, C takes you to the rack, D flips the rack, and then back in the sequencer, E and F, these will switch the track for you. And if all these are working for you, then guess what? It's working. And it's really cool, so I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope you have fun using this and you got it up and running with no problems. Please give me a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, and check out my other video that talks about the cool features of this. Alright, happy music making, y'all. Peace.